Okay, but this transaction is making it greater than 5,000. So I'm now writing the effect of this transaction, the sale, 10,000 here as a revenue, and then cash, more money for 5,000, and more credits for 5,000. Same amount on both sides, 10,000 on the right side and 10,000 on the left side. Okay. Now, we've gone annual insurance premium of 120 paid in advance. So we are going on with the annual insurance expense. Okay. So we pay using paid in advance cash. We consider a cash movement, so it is 120. So we pay using cash 120 for the annual expense, and then I have it. Where is it? Insurance expense 120. Okay. Then we will see at the end that we'll correct also this part, and it will remain for 1 year 120 totally. This is the transaction, the recorded transaction. So 120 as an insurance expense and the cash movement. Okay. Then we have wages paid to, we pay wages, the retribution to our employees for an amount of 2,500, and we use the bank account. So wages, expense, it is an expense, wages, the expense of 2,500 is going here. And then the bank account here, less 2,500 on the side. So that transaction is that one with the arrow here. Okay. The payment of wages to employees expense and less money in the bank account. Then we are still using, now we are still giving the store to someone else. So we rented the store, not someone, sorry, we are, yes, we had the store, we obtained the store, and we are paying for it. It is a rent expense, it is written here. So it is the store that we rented last year. So we go on with the utilization of this store. So we are paying annual store rent expense paid using cash. Okay, so we pay the expense using cash, 240 less cash on one side, and then we have rent expense here. We write 240. Okay, on that side. Do you remember it was the rent that we integrated the expense because the payment was postponed to this year. So the year in which we pay for the rent, okay, the postponed payment of the rent, we write normally the amount of cash going away from the amount of cash, okay, going out from the, here, sorry, I want this color, sorry. This is the amount of cash going out, okay, from the cash account. And we write normally the rent expense for the same amount. Can you see that we have something here that is correcting that amount? Because we wanted for the rent 40. as an expense of year 2021 and 200 for the year 2022. This is year 2022, and the rent of 200 will impact this income statement as we wanted. Okay, then so it's paid. So receivables not paid for 300. Okay, lost credits. So you remember that we were expecting a loss on credits on receivable, and we opened a provisions for. Okay, I don't have it here, so I write it. You have it because it's part of the account we reopened and then at the beginning of the period. So we have provisions for we said doubtful debt. Okay, coming from the previous period, it was 300. Okay, this is coming. I'm not writing now. Okay, this you have it in your accounting system. Now I write this transaction. That is, I know that I've lost a part of receivables because the customer is failed. Okay, so receivable not paid, and I lost the credit. I have lost the credit for 300. So the amount of receivable will decrease over 300. I will no more obtain this money. And at the same time, I use provisions for doubtful debt because I can't write a loss going into the income statement because they were expenses of the previous year related to the revenues of that year. This is why we attributed this expense the past period. So I can't do it again in the new period. So I use the provisions for doubtful debt. In that way, I'm not touching something that is going into the new income statement. And I will write this, I wrote provisions, okay, and less receivables. So here too, I was able to disconnect the economic effect going into the income statement 2021 from the financial effect, that is the reduction of receivables, okay, in 2022. Okay, nothing is touching this new income statement. Okay, here we are. Now we have adjustment at the end of the period. So insurance prepayment. Okay, now I will ask you these adjustments so I can see if you have understood or not. Who is telling me how to adjust the insurance expense? We start with Gioia because she was good. Gioia, did you prepare also the second financial report? Was wrong. Okay. Yeah, but we start and then it doesn't matter. Okay. As for the insurance expense, you wrote here we have in the insurance account an annual, where is it? Here? Okay, here. There is, we wrote in advance, okay, the expense of 120 that refers to the period 1st of, let me see, 1st of October 2022, 1st of October next year, or end of September, the same. Okay. So the full amount is recorded, but we have to postpone this part because we want only this one that refers to the period. So the one of October, November, December. So 30, 3 months, 30. So in order to get it, we have to postpone